and welcome to this video sans frontières video. Je m'appelle Jay Wakefield. And the reason I said it in French is because we have Billy and Luke with us. And I know that Billy was itching to try and sabotage yet another video. Oh well. But today, guys, we actually have an unboxing. So without further ado, let's actually show you what I've got to unbox. Now, this is a Vodafone Mobile Wi-Fi R207. Mobile Wi-Fi R207. And essentially what it is a wireless internet router that doesn't take, route internet from your phone line or cable line or what have you. It actually does it through one of these, a SIM card. So it's basically a Wi-Fi dongle that will route wirelessly. Now, the reason I've got this particular one is because I do go out sometimes, spending a lot of time catching, riding buses, that sort of thing. And I go, and as well, there are some places that still don't have cloud access. So I was, in fact, I was actually at an SNP branch meeting at the local community centre on Saturday. And I didn't realise, I'd completely forgotten that the minutes of the previous meeting, plus a schedule for this meeting, had been sent to all of us. And so I actually had to use my phone to get online that day to try and retrieve these documents. I was able to get online. Trouble is, you take a computer online using a dongle or a mobile phone, it just kind of runs through your data. And that's exactly what's happened. And it's not just this time. Quite often I do run through my data. So Vodafone were able to offer me this. It's got a gig. It comes with a gig on the dongle and another gig that can either be used on the dongle or in the cloud. So that is actually going to cost me £7.50 a month for 12 months. And, then at the end of the 12 months, I can decide, whether I want to keep it or whether Aberdeen at that point has total cloud penetration. So, without further ado, I guess we should unbox it. Now, in the background is my main laptop. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox this and then set it up with my laptop and see if it works. So, I quite like this. It's kind of like a silky ring pull, and you just know that it's very cheap though. We've just kind of put it there to try and be a wee bit fancy about the whole thing. So, it's a point of no return, guys. Just, yeah. Now, I did have one earlier this year on the same contract, but it didn't work properly, and the shop because I'd got it over the phone, the shop were actually unable to take it back and exchange it for a new one. So I was just thinking, well, I really don't want to be going backwards and forwards posting these things if they're, persistently going wrong. So I actually cancelled the contract. But I did know that I would actually be going into the store to take it out from the store. Yes, it is a stupid policy. If you buy things over the phone, I think you should be able, I think if there is a problem, you should be able to return it in store. It's the same company. I don't care if it's like different you know, different kind of parts of the company. It's the same company. You're just doing it to be awkward. Anyway, so in the box, you have the Wi-Fi unit itself, along with a friendly set of instructions, which I've actually had to put out of the way because it has the default SSID on it. And that is the reason I had to return the other one of these. It would not let me change a default SSID, even though it was in the instructions that I could. And people had these problems before with earlier versions of this dongle, and you know, they were talking about how they had to keep going back to Vodafone to exchange them. So I really didn't fancy having to do that, but having to post it out and wait like literally weeks at a time. Anyway, we have what we also have here: an USB cable, and plug, or as I was calling it earlier this evening, a plug. And yeah, just kind of messing about with Luke on Skype. I was just setting something up and I was like, here's the plug. And here's a battery. Sorry, battery. I'm kidding on. It's battery. Now, if I actually mixed this with sodium chloride, I could be arrested for assaulting battery.
Oh, battery. You'd be ashamed of yourself, Jenny, for that.
Oh, really? Do you really think so? Well, let me tell you something. I really don't give a crap. Anyway. So, here's some more instructions. A quick start guide, if you will. So, and then if we look in the box, we've got a safety manual which has lots of triangles on it, which can only mean one thing: Illuminati confirmed. So, next thing to do is to actually remove the back from this. So it's just a case of literally kind of just prying the back off. After a lot of fighting, folks, that is the back clean away. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap the battery. There we go. However, before I put the battery in, I actually need to take the SIM card out of its wee holder. Right. So it's basically, now this basically is, the back of this is basically like a mobile phone. You've got your SIM card that you just stick in. It's a regular mini SIM, like the sort you would have had on older handsets. Then what you do, you just take the battery, clip it in like so, and then just hopefully what you can do is then just kind of put the two bits back together, hopefully the right way this time. Excellent. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the supplied USB cable, and we're going to set it up on the computer. So what I'm going to do first is just going to put all this to one side, apart from this wee notice thing. Right, I'm just gonna drop it all to one side. And I need my pocket view actually to read this, so just let me go and grab it. Okay, so here we are at the helm of my main laptop, which is a Lenovo ThinkPad T420, which Billy doesn't think I use anymore. They can fit he's on about, I use it all the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this USB cable, and I've read the instructions, they're under my pocket view. I'll just pan out to there. So, yeah, I can actually see what the text says. Isn't that nice? Right, and I know y'all haven't seen that on my channel since 2012. Right, so one end into the ThinkPad. Plug the other end into here. This is a standard micro USB cable that comes with it. And we have life. We definitely have life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to magnify the screen so we can actually see what we're doing. Oh, and by the way, I have actually disconnected this from the wireless. Just so that, you know, when we do go online, we know that it's from the dongle. Right, okay, that is literally now just charging. So I want to press and hold the power button. And hopefully now this will be it switching itself on. USB device not recognized. Nice one. Okay, so the device is on. It looks like it's got a it's got signal. Wi-Fi is on. It's got battery, and I have a text message, no doubt, kind of welcome me to the service. It'll be like, "Oh, welcome to Vodafone. Here you can use your device to do Vodafone stuff." Or for users of a group called Computer Geeks might call it, I've actually taken out this dongle on a contract with maybe Vodafone. Right. So I'm going to install the software for this. The install Shield wizard will install your Vodafone Wi-Fi on your computer. To continue, click Next. Select the mobile network operator with whom you have an account, then click Next. Vodafone UK. Warning, the program is protected by copyright law and international treaties. I wonder what international treaties might they be? International Peace Treaty? Because that's the only treaty I'm into. Seriously, guys, we should all go driving around in VW vans. Type 2. Obviously with electric motor. But just think, if you had a Volkswagen Type 2, just think how many Plattenspielers you could fit into the back of the Volkswagen. Finally, success. The install shield wizard has successfully installed maybe Vodafone Wi-Fi. Click finish to exit the wizard. Okay, so the mobile Wi-Fi dongle has been configured. It is all working. This time I can actually access the settings pages, which is something I was not previously allowed to do with the other one, so I'm very happy with this one. And I think I'll keep it for £7.50 a month, considering that when I run over my data on my mobile, it's £6.50 for 250 megabytes, which is quite frankly a rip-off. So, why don't we test it? I mean, I've had some Facebook notifications appear at the top right of the screen, so I kind of know this to work already. But just to be sure, what we're going to do, we're actually going to get out of Mozilla Firefox. Away you. We're going to go into my regular browser, which is Google Chrome, and it's actually working this time. Chrome did not shut down correctly. I think it's a wee bit upset that I let the battery run completely flat. So, let's go to some website. Why don't we go to the Aberdeen University website? It's going to let me. Is it going to go? I suppose now is the time to confess that the internet is not the fastest on this dongle in this particular area. Vodafone signal, it's not the best. But the important thing is, I've been able to successfully log on and access a web page. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this and put it on charge, and then, you know, I'll be able to stick it in my backpack and have it with me while I'm out. So I hope you've all enjoyed this video Sans Frontières video. If you have, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also feel free to like me on like Video Sans Frontières on Facebook. And, of course, you can always follow me on Twitter. The URLs will appear shortly. However, until then, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. And I'd like to thank Luke and Billy for appearing in it. And I hope you'll all join me for the next one. Goodbye.